Greetings, peers and queers. Welcome back to another episode of Monday through Friday with me, your host, JC Nova. What I wanted to talk about on this episode, is The Wizard of Oz. I've been thinking about The Wizard of Oz a lot lately, and not necessarily the whole coming out story over the rainbow, going from drab doll like everyone else, black and white, grayscale, to a land of magic and color. That's been done before. What I wanted to talk about were the archetypes used in the film. The film was based on a series of novels by the same title, The Wizard of Oz, Yellow Brick Road, things like that, by author Frank L. Baum. But the movie version is what I'm familiar with and what I'm going to be speaking about. So, on one hand, you have our heroine, Dorothy Gale, who is greeted when she gets to the land of Oz by Glinda the Good Witch, who tells her that she needs to go kill the wicked, ugly, despicable, Wicked Witch of the West. This is very important, and it'll come in later. And those are 3 of the female archetypes. On the other hand, you have the brainless scarecrow, the foolish scarecrow. You have the emotionless Tin Man, and you have the cowardly lion, which in themselves are 3 male archetypes. All right, so let's break down the female archetypes of Dorothy, Gale, and the Wicked Witch of the West. So we have 3 women of importance in the film The Wizard of Oz. We have the young heroine, Dorothy Gale. She's young, naive, experiencing the world and worlds beyond for the first time ever in her existence. She would be the archetype of the maiden. Then she's greeted by a woman who seems to have it all, has begun to come into her power, is powerful in her own right. The beautiful Glinda the Good Witch, who sails in on a bubble. Glinda would represent in this situation the mother. Glinda goes ahead and tells Gale, you have a quest, you have a task, an adventure that you must complete. You need to defeat the Wicked Witch of the West. She really says you just need to make it to the Wizard of Oz, and this powerful man will solve all of your problems. Okay? This powerful man who lives far away and stuff like that, he has the answers that you seek. So, you have Dorothy Gale the maiden, you have Glinda the Good Witch the mother, and then you have their nemesis, the main antagonist of the story, the Wicked Witch of the West, who in this situation would be the crone. You have maiden, mother, crone, the 3 female archetypes. Those stand for a girl who has not yet really come into her own yet. And then you have the mother, Glinda, who seems to have all the power, all the answers, but still looks outward for solutions. Dorothy is the one that needs to go ahead and do this for me. It's all about the child, hence the mother. And then you have the crone, who's like, I don't like Glinda. I don't know who this newcomer is. Dorothy Gale, I'm not a fan of the little people, the munchkins. I'm just trying to do my own thing. You killed my sister. You're going to pay. And also, I want what you have. The silver slippers. In the movie, the ruby slippers. So you have these 3 archetypes of naivety, the maiden, concentrating on the child and seemingly having it all, the mother, and then also the bad guy, which is the old, powerful woman. Going back from the Wicked Witch of the West, we have the old, powerful woman who actually does have power. She uses magic, throws fireballs, has minions doing her bidding, lives in a castle, has everything together, but she's alone. She's lonely. Then you have the mother, who, I'm a witch, I can float, I can fly, look at me, I make sparkles and bubbles, but she doesn't do anything about the crone, she doesn't do anything about the Wicked Witch, either the Wicked Witch of the East, who Dorothy kills, or the Wicked Witch of the West, who Dorothy also kills. She's reliant upon the child, the maiden, to do so. It's about stopping, pausing, and looking back. Your care, your needs, your energy go to the child, the next generation. The The Wicked Witch knows that she has everything, and she's fully prepared with an army. Oreo. She's got an army at her behest, and she's got the flying monkeys and stuff like that, but she's solitary. She's already established herself. She's already self-actualized. So those are the three female characters that we get, the three female archetypes, Maiden, Mother, Crow. On the other hand, you get the male characters that Dorothy encounters. To begin with, you have the Scarecrow, who has no brain. He's foolish. He says, I'm not a wise man. I don't know very much about the world. All I want is intelligence, knowledge. And then you have the Tin Woodsman, the Tin Man, who is without a heart. He cannot feel. He does not have emotions of his own to speak of. All he wants is to feel something. Doesn't matter if it's happy or sad. He would relish all of the emotions. He is a man who cannot experience emotions. And then you also have the Cowardly Lion. Cowardly Lion, supposed to be the king of the jungle, supposed to be, in charge of everything, in charge of his domain, but he puts on a tough front, but inside he's actually scared. The archetypes here are the wise man versus the fool, two different sides of the same coin, the Scarecrow, a man who hides his emotions, and a man who lives in his emotions and recognizes them, the Tin Man. And then you have the Cowardly Lion, who in name and title is bold, fierce, king of the jungle, but in actuality runs from peril, picks on those smaller than him. But in the end, he becomes courageous, he becomes heroic, he becomes self-actualized to the point where he finds his valor, he finds his courage. Cowardly Lion. So what can we learn about these 6 different archetypes, the 3 female and the 3 male? Beginning with the 3 female, this is a mindset that most of society holds, that ultimately women are not complete without A, finding their wizard, finding the man to solve all their problems, but also they're on an epic journey. They're constantly changing roles. Notice that Maiden, Mother, Crow altogether are actually one character. Dorothy, the maiden, becomes the mother, becomes Glinda, realizes certain things about herself, realizes her power, but she feels like it's on the outside, like it's cosmetic, like it's for show. All of a sudden, all these little men and women are paying attention to her, are worshiping her, are friends with her, because she's growing into a woman. And then after that, they come to fear her because she's different, because she's old, because she's learned too much power, because she's now in charge. So she goes from young maiden, who nobody listens to the mother, apple of everyone's eye, and eventually becomes the Wicked Witch of the West, where society shuns her. She's of no more value. She's gotten too powerful. She's too old. She's unlovable. She's now hideous. While she was in the summer years of her life as a mother, everybody worships her. Everybody wants her. Everybody is coming to her aid and singing songs about her. And then on the other hand, you have the male aspects, the male archetypes. You have the fool who becomes a wise man. That's one option. You have the heartless man who learns to grow with his emotions and identify his emotions. That's another archetype. And then you have this cool on the outside, cowardly inside, who becomes actualized and is able to balance both parts. I can be cruel or wicked, or fight when I need to, when the call arises, or I can just be myself alongside my friends in times of peace. Those don't necessarily have to be the same individual. They are 3 different archetypes for 3 different options. Meanwhile, the woman only has the option of being this, then this, then this. It's how you climb the ladder of life and eventually fall back down. Sorry about that. The house got a little bit busy there for a minute. So yeah, basically you have these archetypes for females and you have these archetypes for males. There are plenty of archetypes that, you don't have to be a male specifically, or identify as male, to be the fool to wise man, or anything like that, or deal with your emotions, or learn to be brave. Thank you very much for watching another episode of Monday through Friday. I love you all very much, and I will see you all again next week. Bye.